Alright, we are back with another great workout. For today, it's another one of those shorter timed workouts, something about 15-20 minutes, okay? It's fast, it's intense, it uses the whole body. Keep in mind that it's a shorter amount of time, so I really want you to push it for these, okay? We have 4 exercises. And all I want you to do is set your timer for 15 or 20 minutes, okay? And you're going to cycle through these exercises, okay? We can do anything with some good intensity for 15 or 20 minutes, okay? So keep it going. High level, fast, okay? So our first exercise, we're gonna have a deadlift into a curl clean, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and show you what that is. So we have to make the differentiation between a deadlift and our squat type motion, okay? So remember, when we're deadlifting, our hips are traveling back. We have a little bend in the knee, but we're not sinking down lower with the knee once we start that initial bend, okay? So initial bend in the knee here. I'm hip hinging, my butt's going back, my chest is coming forward. I'm keeping my shoulders retracted, right? I'm not letting my shoulders drop down in front of me. Shoulders are retracted, okay, butt's coming back. We go to a little bit below the knee right here, and we're coming back up, okay? So that's our deadlift portion. We're doing a deadlift into a curl clean. So we go here, we do our deadlift. Once we're ready, what we're gonna do is we're gonna squat down as we're doing our curl, okay? And we're gonna end in this waiter position. This is what it's going to look like. We're here, and we stand back up, okay? So as we drop down, slow motion, I'm curling up, boom, getting into this position, hold for a second, come right back up, okay? And done, okay? Each of these exercises we're doing 10 times. 10 times through, you move on to the next one, okay? So once again, deadlift, here, curl clean, deadlift, curl clean, okay? That's your first one. We're moving on. We're doing our sprinter start, okay? So 10 sprinter starts per side, okay? So remember, for our sprinter start, we're coming back. When we reach back with this leg, that same side hand is going to come up, okay? The other hand is going down by the hip, okay? So our hands are switching every single time. We're here as we come up. These hands switch. Other one goes down by the hip, other one comes up by the head. We hold this and we go straight back to that position. A little bend in the knee. I want to keep this lean forward, but I want to keep my chest up and my eyes relatively forward. I don't want to start doing this where we're collapsing forward, okay? So retract the shoulder blades, looking forward even if I'm leaning. We're here. These ones should go relatively quickly, okay? Then we just go ahead, switch sides. Make sure we're moving these arms a lot. That's a big part of it, okay? We're here, we have a little bend in both knees. Shoulders are back, chest is up, even if we're leaning forward. There's a difference between chest up and leaning forward. I can be leaning forward and still have my chest up and prominent, okay? So make that distinction as well. Those are our sprinter starts, okay? Moving on to the next exercise, we have jump squats into a push press, okay? I'm going to give you some variation if you're not as comfortable leaving the ground for that jump squat. Okay? We're going to grab some weights. They don't have to be heavy by any means, especially if we're going to be leaving the ground. Have them down here by the side. We're going to squat down. We're going to jump up. Okay? Light on the toes when we're landing. You're going to make it so the sound is as minimal as possible. Try not to hear it, right? We don't want to be stomping when we land, okay? If we're not as comfortable leaving the ground, that's completely okay. We're just going to act as if we are going to go up, okay? We're going to come here, we're going to jump, and we're going to go on our tiptoes, and then come back down. Tiptoes, and then come back down, okay? But we're going to factor in that push press as well. So every time we go to do this jump squat, we land, we're going to do a push press. So we do a small squat and a drive up with our weights, okay? Come back down. Jump. Push press. If we're not jumping onto the toes, come back down. Push press. A little dip and drive, right? We can always use this little dip and drive for the push press. That's the push part, okay? We're here, boom. Push press. If we're not leaving the ground, we still act like we're coming down and absorbing that landing, okay? Because that's what we're working towards, and we're going to need that once we start leaving the ground, okay? So if we're up at the top, even if we're not leaving the ground, we act like we're coming down and we're absorbing, right? We go back into a little bit of a squat, we decelerate, coming down. Curl up, dip and drive with the legs, and press overhead, okay? 10 of those. And our last one, we're gonna need a band anchored at a low spot, okay? We're gonna have a hip hinge to a frontal raise. Okay, so we get our band. Awesome. Okay, our hip hinge, right? Just like we would be doing the deadlift, a little bit less knee bend though. We have small knee bend to start, and then everything happens at the hip. Boom, we just go butt back and forward. Right, remember once on our deadlift, we're going butt back. Once we get to our knee, we bend the knee just a little bit again. Right, but for the hip hinge, it's all at the hip. Okay, all at the hip. And we come here, front raise. Front raise. Front raise, okay? So that's all it is, 10 of those. Good hip hinge back, right? We don't want to start driving back and have our knees fall back as well, right? Our knees stay over our ankles the whole entire time, over our toes, over the foot, okay? We're here, hip goes back, but not my legs, okay? Front raise, okay? And 10 reps of those. Then you're all done. You just cycle through those 15 to 20 minutes, and then you're done, okay? Quick one, but get after it. We'll see you next time.